Hey, let's do this. Let's figure this out. Alan, you never know how fast Mary can make it with a few well-placed foot picks. Selling over the weekend?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a pedicure last
Day?
Friday, so no.
Oh.
I sold a bunch on Friday, but that's it. Usually it's the day I get the pedicure where I'll sell a bunch, and then
that might
it chills out for 2 weeks.
That might be a new way to console yourself on days where you're not feeling so great.
Sell my foot pictures?
You go from the ankles up. I'm a mess.
Oh,
right?
yeah. But these toes. I got toe rings. I got nylons.
These toes. Right. But and that way you feel a little better about yourself.
I've given up every addiction I have. I have no more fun things. I banned myself from the casino. So foot pics, I guess, are all I have now.
Oh.
How long did you ban yourself?
A year.
You just did a year?
Well, because you can do a year, 5 years, or a lifetime. But since the last time, oh my God, get this. First of all, they take you. Let's start at the beginning.
How long is this process, by the way? Do you have to walk up? Where do you walk up and say?
You have to go into the casino to ban yourself. So if you think you have a gambling problem, it'd be like a drunk saying, I have a drinking problem. They'd be like, do a shot and let's talk about it. Like, you have to walk into the thing that you're trying to avoid.
All the way through the casino, probably, to get to...
Yeah, you have to go talk to, like, a security guard or, like, I went to the concierge desk.
Well, this is something this is a service they have to provide legally, correct?
Right.
They're not trying to dissuade people from spending money. Right.
Right. So I had to go in and I went up to the people. I was like, hey, I want to sign myself up for it's called the self-exclusion program. And they're like,
does that come with a rewards card?
No, they take the rewards card away, actually. They were like, all right, we'll call security. And I'm standing there, and it's been like 15 minutes.
Is there a line of people?
No,
probably
no.
not. Yeah, okay.
But I asked. It was a Friday night, and I asked the guy. I was like, "Hey, can you check on that?" He goes, "It's a Friday night. We're super busy." And then he goes, "Why don't you just take a seat at the slot machine?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm already pissed that I have to be inside here to do this. Now you're telling me to sit down at the thing that is single-handedly ruining my savings
That's
account.
not even my game.
It is, though. That's the problem. If they were like, sit at the high-limit poker table,
I didn't know if it was
like
the slot machine that you like to play.
No, I get what you're saying, yeah. So I sit at the friggin' slot machines and wait. I waited for like 45 minutes before they came up. I was so frustrated because I'm like,
they want to make you wait.
You know
I'm just trying to do the right thing.
You
second guess your choices. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they walk you down into the basement of Tower City, which is not a welcoming place. It's dark. There's no ceiling.
The main floor of Tower City is not a welcoming place.
There's no ceiling because the guy's like, it flooded a couple months ago, so it's just wires hanging down from a ceiling. And I'm like, they're making you feel like the worst type of person, like walking through this dark hallway and then you get to the gaming commission.
This is what you get for trying to break up with us. That's what it is.
You walk into the office is dark. There's nobody in there. I was like, what the hell's going on? So then the guy who opens the door, I recognized him from the last time I banned myself. I did this in 2018 too. Yeah. And I saw him.
Oh, you've done this before.
I've done this one other time.
Well, then this isn't a new experience, or did they change the route?
Well, the route is different. It used to be in the casino.
It's more of a gauntlet now, yeah.
Now it's like in the basement. And the guy recognized me. He was like,
are you the Mary Santora with the gambling problem?
No. He didn't recognize me from stand-up and radio. He recognized me from banning myself before. Oh. He was like...
Back again, are we?
Yes, pretty much. He goes, how long ago was that?
The first time you did it for a year?
I did it for a year.
So in 2019, because sometimes people would, after that year is up, they go, you know what? I don't need this. You were like, thank God this is over.
Yep, my year's up. I can go back.
Is this one for a year too?
So this one's for a year, but what's changed since last time is this time it's not automatically up after a year. You have to go back in and take yourself off the list. So it's another paperwork and all that kind of stuff too. So
they want to get you back in the casino.
Well, they said, he was like, because I was like, I'm torn between doing it for 1 year and 5 years. And he was like, well, what's changed is you have to come in and take yourself off the list, so you can let it go for 2 or 3 if you want. So if you get to 1 year and you feel like it's not enough time,
I see,
you can go 2 or 3, like, whereas before it was automatically up, you're allowed back in. Mm-hmm. So this is, I'm officially banned from all of the casinos in the state of Ohio.
In the state?
Mm-hmm.
But
all of them.
But you could go to Three Rivers Casino. You could go to Hollywood Casino.
I could drive 2 hours to go to a casino, but that's a lot of time to think about what I'm doing on the way there.
Yeah, but the way you've described it.
Well, I mean, this is step one, is not being able to go to the place that's right down the street.
Understood.
You know? What were you saying, Bill?
Especially once we are downtown.
Do you know why that was a serious concern for me? Where I was like, when I'm going to be in walking distance?
Looking ahead.
Yeah, let's go ahead and nip this in the bud.
You go to a commercial break and like, where'd Mary go?
I got 8 minutes, right? Like sprint down the street.
It's like, I'm up $50.
You see her zoom by on a bird scooter.
I haven't waited.
I'll be right back.
Well, good.
So because
Congratulations.
last time you were just banned from Jack casinos.
No, this one's all of them in Ohio.
So now,
that changed this time too. Because it was just like there's one in Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, and I think Hollywood and Toledo was part of it too.
Oh, so this is paperwork that you file with the state.
This is an Ohio Gaming Commission.
So
yes.
who enforces this ban?
The Ohio Gaming Commission.
So if you were to walk into a casino
and get caught.
So
they have to. I mean, I look young anyway.
But I'm just saying. Well,
no, but it's
what
like
I'm saying is They don't have a photo of you.
Your name is in a database. So if they were to scan my ID, it would show up, and they would be like, "You got to get out of here, man.
Okay,
this is trespassing. If you're in here, it's federal trespassing.
Okay, so that's the punishment. Yes. I see.
So I mean, if say I didn't get carded, I could walk in. You're risking not getting carded to begin with. But if you win anything that you have to fill out paperwork for,
Right.
not only do you not get your money, you go to jail.
Okay.
So
it's locked down.
It's locked down.
I see.
For a year.
Good for you.
Well, thanks. And this is when I'm like, I've been such an emotional friggin' train wreck lately.
This is why you're all bent out of shape.
Well, I've been talking to my therapist about it, and it's so... I'm so mad at my dead dad. I'm so mad at him because I'm like, you friggin' gave me this addiction from the time I was a little kid. We would do scratch-offs together and stuff. And now you died, and the only way I feel close to you is gambling. How screwed up is that? So now I'm spending away my savings to feel close to you, and you're dead.
Why can't you play fake gambling on the computer?
Because it's not the same, Cody. Me and my dad didn't fake gamble on the computer
They
together.
really gambled.
We gambled in real life together.
Yep.
So
Real
now-
stakes. The mortgage, the car payment.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You want high stakes,
And that makes you
or
feel
else there's
close
no
to him?
thrill. There's no titillation.
You
It's
can't
just
just listen to
frustrating.
the music that he likes and feel close to him?
What?
Well, it's
Come
the
on.
only thing we ever did together, man. And then today, I'm like
I'm
trying
glad
to...
me and my dad don't do anything together.
Yeah,
And
'cause
that
it'll
makes it
ruin
so much
stuff,
easier.
yeah. It's going to ruin stuff when he dies. No, and
Nothing
so
to be nostalgic for.
Today I was I went on a run for the first time in over a year. Well, probably about a year today. And when I got home, I was feeling pretty good. You had your endorphins pumping, and then I started to get all emotional, bent out of shape, and it's just I'm so tired of grief, man. It's been a year, and it's permeating into every piece of my life, and it's messing up my relationship, and it's making me want to do all these addictive friggin' behaviors, and I have no coping skills.
Yeah.
I have no coping skills.
How is that?
Because I've used alcohol and gambling and sex and drugs to cope with everything.
But you haven't used alcohol for a while.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, so in the last 3 years, I've cut out all of my coping mechanisms. I've cut out alcohol, now
Yeah.
I've cut out gambling, I've been sleeping with the same person, and I don't do drugs anymore. So now I'm at 32.
You're a regular civilian.
I'm having to learn how to cope with my emotions for the first time in my life. And I feel like I'm spiraling out of control.
Bill and I know the solution to this.
Don't have emotions?
No emotions. That's right. Thank you, Irish blood.
Get less
Shove it
emotional.
down.
Also, the English are pretty emotionless too.
Shove it inside you until you die of a heart attack at 30.
Not even shove
upper
it.
lip.
You don't recognize them anymore.
So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't have any more fun things about me. I just cry and pick fights. And I'm learning how to deal with my emotions in a healthy way. And guess what? Salads aren't cutting it. And running isn't cutting it.
You guys are never going to believe this. Salads are not the instant solution for all of my...
Maybe some puzzles?
Eat healthier. Work out. Try to do those things. And here's
Those
the thing
do
that
help, boy.
I've
Those
been
help a
to
lot.
3
That's why I'm trying to get a pound cake in the gym. That
and
helps.
it does. You do feel better, and you're
Yep.
not as bogged down, and your mind is clearer. And
Yep.
it absolutely does. It's just
You have a routine. You have a goal. Yeah.
just a mess lately.
Yep.
I'm just an absolute mess lately, but I'm taking steps in the right direction. I don't know what else to do. Ban myself. Can't go.
I told my trainer, Bill's over here benching 250.
Are you benching 250?
No.
285.
Well, your max was 285, but you said you were regularly benching like 250.
Yeah,
That's
I
impressive.
got put up 225 10 times.
There you go. That's impressive.
And all it took was the use of my left shoulder.
I ran a mile in 20 minutes today.
So you walked a mile.
1.24 miles took me 20
Hey.
minutes. But I did it. I don't
did it.
care.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
did it.
I didn't sleep in and cry like I wanted to. I got up.
Oh, I had a morning like that where I was so ready to call my trainer and just be like, hey, I can't make it today. And when I have a morning like that where there's no reason.
I just don't
other
want to
than
do it.
I just don't want to do it. I'm like, this is exactly why you need to go work out today.
Yeah.
because what you want to do is stay in your dark room with the blackout curtains,
blinds drawn,
and just enjoy the darkness. Get out of your bed, you lazy piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And go work out. Get sweaty, you'll feel better.
Yes.
And I did.
I always feel better after
Yeah.
I work out. And I've only done 2 workouts in the past couple days, but it's still, I'm like, I'm always happier when I have structure in my life. And I know that. And I have not had any sort of structure for months.
It's called Express Men now.
What? I hate you.
Are you able to, is it a year minimum? Are you able to go in like next week and go take me off the list?
It has to be a year.
Year minimum.
A year minimum, which is why they're like 5 years is a long time, but you have to come in and take yourself off the list. So why don't you go for a year? You could let it go for 3 or 4 or 10. But a year, you cannot, it does not expire before 1 year. Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Al. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Hate the show.
Thank you, sir.
Just wanted to comment on the casino. Been going there since day one, but the funny thing they do down there is if you're lucky enough to win a jackpot, say you win $10,000, if you have garnishes of wages, child support, court ordered anything, people win $10,000, they get nothing. They get so mad because
yeah, but they already know that, right? If they know if they owe a bunch of people
Not
money.
every state does that, though. Not every state will take it out of your jackpot winnings.
Everybody thinks they can pull a fast one over on the casino, but they don't. Like, oh, here, their buddy will sit down.
Yeah, if any place is not taking their eye off the ball, it's a casino.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a million cameras. So even if Mary, I understand your plight, but trust me, they'll catch you.
Oh, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
I know, but they have 8 million cameras, and they're always watching.
There's no point.
All kind of, not that you're undesirables, but people always get all kind of characters down there. But they have a huge ban list, like you said, and pretty sure they have your driver's license.
Yeah,
on
you're
there.
in like
all
a
that
database.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't have that problem because I never win 10,000.
There you go.
You gotta,
Me neither.
But you can't win if you don't play.
That's why I don't
so you
go
gotta
anymore.
get back there and put that money down.
So does this also preclude you from playing the lottery?
Yes, Ohio Lottery's part of
No
it.
scratchers even.
I didn't know that.
I mean,
Well, that's under the Gaming Commission,
yeah,
right?
but they can't. That's a lot harder to. Really, it would come into if I won, I can't claim it.
If you won $20 million?
If I were to buy a scratch off,
No,
and I
but
were to
somebody
win,
else could walk a
I could,
scratcher in, yeah.
I could go give it to my sister and have her go
right.
claim it.
You can't
but
do that at a casino.
You can't do that at a casino because, like he said, they have a video of who pushed the button, and whoever pushed the button has to claim it.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you win the lottery for $20 million, how long does that ticket last? Because, I know they always talk about people who have unclaimed lottery tickets.
It's like 6 months, 180 days.
Could you imagine if, you were, close, coming up on your expiration date, and then you're like,
Expiration
on the ban, and you're like, to the day, I have to check this out the day I get off of the ban, otherwise I don't get my $10 million. How mad would you be?
I mean, I'm just not going to play. Then I don't have to have that problem.
Okay.
Because she'd be very mad. Who wouldn't
I'd
be?
be
Everyone would be
furious.
mad.
Because that's exactly how it would happen. I've been gambling for 11 years, longer than that. My
moment
whole
you have the
life,
ban.
I've been gambling in some form. And the day, that's exactly what would happen. I would win the jackpot when I wasn't supposed to be there. And then I wouldn't be able to claim it, or I'd go to jail, or whatever would happen.
I'd go to jail. I'm like, listen, you're going
You
to
don't get the money after you come out of jail.
Oh.
Dummy. You're not supposed to be there. It's a crime.
So you mean to tell me if I get arrested for just carrying a knife and I go to jail for it, I don't get my knife back after I get out?
I don't know about that.
She's not a knife addict.
No, I'm just saying.
Really into blades.
Maybe that's your next move, though. Maybe you'll get a forge. You'll start making your own knives.
I'm hoping that this exercise and diet thing's going to take off, because if I'm going to pour myself into anything because I don't know what moderation is, should be healthy, right?
Well, you'll learn.
I'm trying, man.
Tyler Perry is a man of color and LGBTQ, and so far in the closet, R. Kelly can't find him. And every Sunday, he stands up in a church next to T.D. Jakes in front of 30,000 people, preaching the gospel of a God who would have him cast to hell. But hey, this is America.
What is happening?
Okay,
I think he's trying to imply that because he's gay, he can't believe in God.
No, he's saying that because he's...
This isn't Florida, sir.
Right. He's saying he's going to a church where they are
preaching against
gay.
Oh, they are?
According to this guy, I don't know.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I don't think he's
I've heard
gay.
of that TD Jakes guy. He's like a black televangelist.
Yeah.
But is he like anti-gay?
Well, a lot of those.
them are.
I mean, you
Most
kind
of
of
them, yeah.
You kind of have to be if you're those Baptist.
If you want to make money.
But honestly, though, those Baptist roots, they're not going to mess up their money because you want to be progressive.
Right.
It's not even progressive anymore, though.
For
This
the
is my
church
point.
For the
people,
black
it
church,
is.
it is.
To some church people.
No,
There are a
black
lot
churches.
Black
to
church
most
people.
churches.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to say to most churches.
That has not changed. And I don't mean to bring race into it.
Episcopalians don't care. Unitarians don't care.
Those are predominantly white Christian religions. I'm telling you,
You're talking about black churches.
Baptist and like any other like black.
Because there's a lot of black gay people.
But they're not. They usually have a lot of baggage when it comes to their family.
He hates baggage, too. I get it.
But it is. They're usually not really accepted. They usually find a home in California or in Florida. They stay with a friend. Like those type. I mean, I just know I'm a rarity. I know that because my mom is raised us Baptist, and we went to a Baptist church, and that is, it's a no-no still.
Does she go to church still?
Not as much as no. I'm not even gonna say not as much as you used to. No, we haven't gone to church in a minute.
And even her, like, she doesn't just go on Sundays every once in a while?
No.
It's been a long time.
No, we don't have a church home anymore. We used to go to my stepdad's sister was a pastor, and we used to go to her church all the time. But obviously, since the divorce, no.
Here's an article. TD Jakes shocked by reports that he supports gay marriage.
Yeah, I told you.
Imagine you have to go on record as saying, I can't believe everybody thinks that I would be preaching what Jesus wanted, which is to treat everyone with respect. I can't believe that people think
They look
that
at
I'm
that.
anti.
Poundcake, do you know that guy that passed away this weekend, Kevin Samuels? Is that his name?
Kevin, something like that. He's a big pastor in the community.
Oh, he was a pastor, too. I just know he would go on YouTube and be like, tell women that they're like, oh, you think you're a 10, but you're a 4.
Oh, that's the YouTube guy that
Yeah.
was like negging girls on.
Yeah.
I think.
What did he die from?
I don't know.
Heart attack, I believe.
Oh.
But no, those pastors look at homosexuality as a specific sin. It's not like lying. It's not like adultery. It's not like anything else. You're living in sin, and you choose to.
Even though
Make
it's not
that
enumerated in the Bible? Jesus never said anything about it?
They said that a man should not lie with man as man should lie with woman, and this is a
Well,
abomination.
They said, right. They
The
said a lot
actual-
of things that are attached to each other, but were never actually said.
But that actually was man should not lay with boy. And they, the translation, here's the thing. Some of these translations aren't that accurate.
And they're also
And they
not
get
that
changed,
modern.
yeah.
Right,
And
like
so-
Virgin Mary. Virgin technically meant young. Didn't mean didn't have sex. It meant young. And back then, young was, how old back then was too young to get married?
11?
Nine. Probably 9. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get back to that right now in Tennessee. So everything old is new again. Okay. Yeah, I that Kevin Samuels guy, like, I saw the name, but I was like, I don't know who this guy is.
I believe
I've heard a few of his clips.
That's
and
what's
I've
why
just-
we've talked about it before. There can be these massive YouTube stars I've never heard of before.
Millionaires.
Which
You're
means
like,
nothing, but I
right.
mean, yeah, just these people are walking around in these fine suits and driving Ferraris. They're like, oh, they're a YouTuber. I'm like, wow. I have no clue. And that wasn't like, that guy's not a kid. He was like older than me.
It was 57 or
Yeah.
58 or something?
Yep. Man, they always found out, right, that they were like, you know, their heart exploded. They were doing coke with somebody, or
Yeah, I don't
know if that's the case with him.
A
but-
ton of the details. I just know he would always talk about like people getting their health right, and like, you know, if you want this highly desirable male and you're overweight, he would talk a lot about weight and be like, you're not on their level, and then, you know, but health isn't just your weight. There's a lot of other things that go into it, and it's, you know, it's a bummer that the guy died. Nobody is saying that, but some of the stuff that I have heard him say, because I think he was pretty anti-gay in a lot of ways, and definitely not a progressive mind. So I wasn't really into what he was saying.
I will say for that community, that's why I give Lil Nas X all the credit in the world, because that
He
community
steps on the gas.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
the black
He's also
community,
not trying to appeal to that crowd either.
the black community and the Baptist like Christians, like that deep Southern Christian that was like rooted in Word of God, spare the rod, spoil the child type teaching, that has not changed at all. Hollywood has changed, the coast has changed, but that type of teaching has not stopped. It's just not in everyday talk.
Yeah, that's why it's a misnomer. The progressives think they're going to have all these minorities. There are a lot of conservative people in minority groups.
Correct.
A lot of Catholic Mexicans, a lot of
Catholic
super
Cubans.
conservative Cubans. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So no one group believes one thing, obviously. I'm going to break here. I will have another $1,000 for you. Last chance today for you to grab $1,000 and go fund yourself. I have a keyword on the way at 5:30. Right after the break, I'll have AWOL Nation tickets for you. If you dig that band, they're coming through at Bad Flower to play in October at the Agora. So a bit of a wait, but you'll get a couple of tickets. 35192 if you want to text, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.